Hello once more. It's Bob Vintage Lambo. It's another day and another video. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about we made some tooling so that we can stabilize things and make a better product out of what we can get today. We're not in 1965 anymore, unfortunately. So we take what we can get and we're happy for what we get. So I made this little piece here, this little brass guy to go inside here, and then we punch it out to make a larger hole because that's too small. I wasn't happy with the carburetor. I was spending too much time balancing things to get it straight up and down. So I made this today. So I have the lower piece here. So when we put the shaft in, it's nice and stable. Carburetor and all that stuff. We already talked about that yesterday. And this special little nut. So stay tuned to find out what's the story with that nut. All right, well, but to start it off, let's go to the lathe. Back on the lathe, making this pin right here that's going to go through the leather new seal for the carburetor shaft, and then I'm going to make the outside diameter fit just inside the cutter. Okay, sort of finished the little guy off, and so this will go in here to center it. So that's the story. Let's put it into action. Well, this could be the do it again but better sort of video. I made the pin. I did one of the leather seals. It was fine, but this was just really tight, so I'm trying to put it back on the lathe and see if I can put it in. I'm going to go one more time just to make it less hassle. We don't want to have to like really work super hard to get it out and in and out when we're doing our leather punching. So I just take another thousandth off. I'd be probably just happy. This does not have to be total perfection stuff. I'd love to make it as good as I can for what I have as far as tooling goes. Oh, I think that's good. I think I can get the pin out. Plus, I have it drilled in the back, so I can just punch it out easy. Okay, that's it for this. Okay, and another thing to make better is that I was kind of like taking too much time to get the carburetor, sitting right on the press. So what I did is I machined a flat. I put this piece that I'm using for the lower one, and let's just say we're doing it again. So we're in the press and we have the bearings pretty much ready to finalize. And so now you can see this thing is sitting nice and straight and stable. So you do something once and you say, you know what, I know I can do it better than that. Take two. All right, you do something and then you think how I can do it better. So we're going to make this a little bit less shaky on getting this carburetor all lined up and straight as an arrow. So I can put that in here, put that guy here, and then we'll just line it up like that. How about that? That was 10 times faster. That's all I gotta say. Oh my gosh. All right, back at the desk. I have the butterflies all set up. This is critical. On these early carbs, you don't have an air bleed. On the later ones, on the Spanish ones, there was air bleeds here. Not on this. So you have to be really best you can to get these butterflies to seal inside here. So maybe a later time we'll go into that if there's interest. If there's even interest in this page, not page, but YouTube site. All right, so another thing is that, just check everything. You have this guy here. You see the nuts? Maybe a little hiccup on the shaft, but not too bad. Okay, and we have another nut here. And you see that it goes on real nice. Well, let's just take a look at it when it's real nice and it's close up. How about that? Let's do that right now. There's got to be a method to my madness. Let me see here. How about like that? And then we see it tracks nicely. I use the J. Leno term nicely. And I mean nicely. As he does too. All right, so you see this guy here? It goes on. Let's see if it goes on. Do you catch that? Or do I need to go like this a little bit more? Oops. Catches a little bit. See that guy? He's little ooh. So forget it. I'm gonna get a new one. I'm not here to try and retap something like that. This is a critical situation, and these threads are not strong on here, and so you don't want to play around with trying to monkey around with the thing, because you don't want to mess up your throttle shaft. So this guy, which is a little bit weird, it's got some turning on here or something, a little more than the others. I'm sure it's correct, but somehow it's just really wonky. So that's out. But we have plenty more, so we're going to still continue on with the video. Okay, anyone with sensitive ears, watch out, because I'm going to be banging a bit here. So made up this Delrin, machined this guy, little pin. And like I was told you before, I need to get this hole larger because there's just no way it's going to fit on the shaft. So put it in like that. And then let me find this guy here. And so I can put this on and I'm going to be basically centered there, pretty good. So that last one really did it. Okay, so now we've got this guy, and let's get a volunteer shaft here. Okay, so we need it to go onto that diameter right here. Okay, and it fits on there snug. So I think we got a winner here. So the important thing is that we want this centered, because when it goes into this, it has to be centered also. So, I mean, that's why we need to try and do the best we can. Another thing, best we can, I know that it's really over the top of doing all this stuff with putting the bearings in, because the bearings should really just slip on. Sometimes they're not so cooperative. Most of the time they are. And normally you can pretty much do it without any hassles. But you know what? I don't want any problems. I'd rather spend a little extra time and have it so I don't have any problem. Because these slots are so important. And if those bend at all, you're never going to get a good seal in here when you put your butterflies back in. So it's just, I probably go over the top, absolutely. But I just feel that the insurance policy is worth it. Okay, onward to the next. Let's put our leather seal here. It's Just gonna tighten everything up for a little bit. So now it goes in sort of cone shaped. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Oh. Gonna start that in. Okay, so we've got butterflies, the seals that's all in, and we'll just continue on in the next video. But we're going to be doing much more than just carburetors. We're doing a lot of things on the 350, so I'd love to have you along. So if you don't want to miss anything, you know what to do. So anyway, talk to you very, very soon. Bye now.